We now move on to our next session. We have Mr. Gegen Sumarjana, Area Manager, Partner Services, Indonesia and Malaysia Booking.com, share his insights into what's shaping hotel bookings today. Gegen plays a pivotal role in driving business growth and managing commercial operations across a couple of Southeast Asia's most dynamic travel destinations. Please give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon. And my name is Gegen. I oversee part of Southeast Asia for booking, and very honored to be here today with all of you. So, what I'd like to start with, I've listened to the whole topic today from the beginning of the morning. It's quite heavy, so hopefully my topic is not really heavy for you, and what I'd like to do today is to provide some of the insights, put together some of the research, some numbers, and hopefully provide a little bit of a shape on how we think and we believe the outlook for second half of the year and beyond. So as a company, we are on the missions to making sure that everybody can experience the world. The question is, where are we today? It seems like we are going towards the other directions. In this case, take for example last week, what happened in Jakarta, what happened in any parts of Indonesia. This week, what happened in Australia, for example. We have a lot of voices, anti-immigrations, and the likes. So it creates more frictions, actually, for people to travel. And for people to travel, they need some sense of security. They need some sense of understanding that it is safe to go. So with that in mind, we actually believe that we are in an industry where we have a lot of resilience, and we have a lot of examples to that. Take for example pandemic, take for example specifically in Bali, when we have in 2000 the bombs, for example. We together passed through that. And this is some research being done, shows that travel is still top of mind, for at least for these major markets. Here's another example. The travel still becoming one of their top priority and reason for people to go when they have extra on their pockets. And we believe it's going to continue. And as people getting more income, and hopefully the economy going to the right directions, as the middle class rise and have more to spend, we believe that travel will be their first stop in mind. And this is the projections that we gather, obviously from Deloitte and Google. The next top 5 will remain the same, right? But what's interesting to see is the bottom 5. We see a lot of emerging economy start to rise as a new source of travel market. And the growth will be different if you look at different continents in the grand scheme of things. But what we believe is Asia will be still the drivers for this industry to grow. Now, what about Southeast Asia? I took this from Pearson and Anderson because they have a quite quite good summary on all things Southeast Asia. So I think this morning I heard also Jesper share a bit about single-digit growth, and it's true. It's also true for our internal insights. But it's just to give you a little bit of sense on how it looks like. But basically, it looks different for different market in Southeast Asia. We have Thailand and Philippines that is basically not growing. Indonesia and Malaysia basically single digit, and the growth actually exceptionally well in the in the Vietnam. And where actually the bookers coming from. So if you look at the year-to-date insights, we see that most of the bookers coming still from Western Europe, parts of US, but also we see the rise in the last couple of years from India. Well, Australia still the main driving force for regional demand. And this is from our internal data. What is interesting is that the booking windows actually higher, with the exceptions of Thailand, but the booking windows in general slightly higher, exceptionally higher for Vietnam because it's in high demand. Average daily rate is actually essentially relatively flat, except for Vietnam. And when we look at Asia bookers or Southeast Asia destinations, whereas actually most bookers coming from our 90 days data, the most majority bookers or lookers or customers look into Southeast Asia destinations are still within Asia bookers. Exception are only for Thailand, where UK is still on the top 5, and Vietnam with the USA over there. So the key takeaway is Southeast Asia, we believe, will continue to be an attractive destination due to the affordability. We see a lot of domestic, and we also listened to today in the morning. We've discussed a little bit about domestic travel. Specifically in Indonesia, we have millions and hundreds of millions of people actually traveling domestically. I'm coming from a city 3 hours away from Jakarta called Bandung. And if I go back I live in Bali, if I always go back to Bandung, sometimes the fare of air flight tickets, it's higher than I fly to Kuala Lumpur. So that's in itself says a lot. Same goes with Malaysia, for example. If I travel from West Malaysia to East Malaysia, sometimes it's even more expensive than I travel to Bali or to Bangkok. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense. So domestic fare is a concern here. Lastly, we have 500 million active users monthly coming to our platform, looking for the next top destination, looking for the next new experience for them, and we couldn't do it without you. But they coming to our platform, they're also looking for different choices. And therefore, we see there's some shift in the behavior and the way they book, the new experience that they wanted to look for. One of it is a uniqueness they're looking at. They're looking at the uniqueness, they're looking at the niche. It's sort of like a new norm or new mainstream for them. And therefore, if you can point that out a little bit more through content, through better value propositions, I think we believe we can showcase it better to our consumers for you. With that in mind, I would like to say thank you, and hopefully we can always be your reliable customer acquisition partner of choice. Thank you very much.